Good evening, and thank you for joining us for Denver 7 News at 6. I'm Ann Trujillo.
And I'm Shannon Ogden. We're glad you're with us tonight. Now, last night at 6 o'clock, there were two House races too close to call, and tonight we're down to one.
And that race is now slightly favoring the Republican incumbent. GOP candidate Lauren Boebert now has about a 1,200 vote lead over Democratic candidate Adam Frisch. Boebert has been steadily increasing her lead as more ballots are counted in places like Pueblo and Mesa counties. Well, tonight we have team coverage on this very tight District 3 race that may not be called anytime soon.
Denver 7's Bayan Wang speaking with voters in the 3rd Congressional District in that western part of the state. First, Megan Lopez in our election center. And Megan, you're breaking down just where these new votes are coming from that's giving Boebert this current edge.
Yeah, if people need a reminder, Shannon and Ann, that every single vote matters, this could be the race that proves it. Congresswoman Lauren Boebert now leading her Democratic challenger Adam Frisch in this district, but there is still a lot of votes yet to be counted. Now, the county that we're keeping the closest eye on is Pueblo, right here in the south, and that's because that's where a lot of ballots are still left. Now, back in 2020, this is the county that was a really close race between Democratic challenger Diane Mitch Bush and Boebert. Boebert lost by about 204 votes. This time around, as of right now, Boebert is losing by more than 4,100 votes. Mesa County is another really interesting story over here. And in 2020, Boebert won that one by nearly 25,000 votes. This time around, so far with the ballot returns, the Democratic ballots have been similar to 2 years ago, but the Republican returns are much lower, down by nearly 14,000 votes. And while she is winning in many of the counties that she did carry in 2020, the numbers are showing fewer ballot returns by Republicans in places like Montrose, for instance, in places like Delta as well. So as you can see from this map, the Congressional District is very big. It's very diverse, and that's what's reflected in these counties and who people are voting for. Vote counting will still be going on through at least next Wednesday, since that's the last day that voters can cure their problems with their ballots. Now, the Secretary of State's office is sending someone, their staffers, for instance, to the election office that are still counting ballots, including Pueblo. That's pretty normal protocol for Colorado elections. No matter how this race turns out, the story for a long time is going to be how close this race was and how many people are still participating or participated in it. Now, people are going to be really paying attention as well to, a district that Boebert and others might have taken for granted and thought that she was a shoo-in. Keep in mind the Redistricting Commission last year actually made this district even more favorable for Republicans. So the fact that this is close is something that politicos will be looking at for a while to figure out what went right and what went wrong. I'm live. Megan Lopez, number 7.
We did not see this one coming. Megan, thanks for your work on this. We sure appreciate it. Now to Bayan Wang, who joins us live in Rifle, part of District 3. And Bayan, you're speaking with voters who, just like the rest of us, are waiting to find out who's going to represent them in Congress.
Well, yeah, this is certainly a waiting game and a very anxious one here in Rifle, which is actually Lauren Boebert's hometown. So we obviously have been seeing a lot of support for her here. Interestingly enough, Garfield County actually leaned Democrat this year, just like we saw in 2020. But regardless, Boebert is still leading this race and voters here are weighing in.
I hope that Boebert loses, and I hope that Frisch catches up.
I think it's great. I'd love to see her in instead of Frisch.
It's a seat Democrats are looking to flip, a race closely monitored nationwide, one that Congresswoman Lauren Boebert's hometown of Rifle is watching even closer.
After everything we've seen in our country over the last 2 years, I thought it'd be a landslide.
Instead, the complete opposite. Boebert, the Republican incumbent, and her Democratic rival Adam Frisch have been within a percentage point of each other since Wednesday evening, with about 90% of the votes counted so far. The recent batches favoring Boebert.
Well, I think she deserves to be there, and we're happy for her.
I appreciate what she's done for our country.
But for other Republicans like Alicia Morrow, voting for Boebert this election cycle wasn't as easy as 2020.
Were you a little more hesitant
It's
this
harder
year?
this year. Yeah.
What's that?
It's harder this year. My reaction is I don't love my choices. I'm a Republican, so I vote Republican, but I'm not a fan of either one.
Okay.
So he didn't make me sway, and I struggle with her a little bit. I don't agree with sort of how aggressive she is and a turn that I saw her take.
Observations like that swayed Garfield County resident Tom Collins to vote for Frisch.
I like the guy. I like what he stands for. I don't think Boebert really stood for anything but guns and herself.
And as we've been mentioning, if one of these candidates win within a half percentage point, that would trigger an automatic recount. We reached out to Boebert's team to learn a little bit more about how they feel about this lead, but at this time they declined to comment. Reporting live in Rifle, Bayan Wang, Denver 7.
Yeah, we are waiting and watching those numbers trickle in. Thank you, Bayan.